Here, and it's going to be very important for all of these teams. And we see here Team Eve winning that coin toss. So if you guys don't know what that means, it means they have that advantage of getting that map number 1 and map number 3. So that's going to be in their name. And NU Genesis will have Search and Destroy as their map. And then for Hardpoint, it's going to be interesting, especially from yesterday's matchup, what Team Eve would actually get for this one. So based on yesterday, what do you think they're actually going to go through here in Hardpoint, especially knowing that they lost that coin toss?
Yeah, Eve most probably might just go in for something basic here, and we are talking high probability of that firing range being brought into Hardpoint. It's a very basic rotation map. The very first Hardpoint is going to be the biggest pain. So let's take a quick look at the bans first. Summit and Crossfire has been ticked off, and your map, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, will be none other than a firing range.
Yes, they've already played here in this map already so far, and I'm very excited to actually see these ladies really compete in firing range. And we already know firing range is one of the favorites in this competition because we know that it's a small map. You can spawn and really just go in for it. That's why people don't like it at first, because everything is just so small. And for this one, again, power positions are going to be in play, especially for P1, because the defense really needs to go down. And from Team Eve, watching from their play yesterday, they had a little bit of difficulty in Hardpoint in Search and Destroy and Domination. So maybe they did their homework, and hopefully they do really well here, because they lost that map pick and they did that Search and Destroy. And speaking of Search and Destroy, Tunisia is going to be banned and firing range as well. I think they learned from their mistakes yesterday, AJ.
Oh, they definitely learned. And Eve's this time is like, okay, let's not go there. Let's listen to Mustachio. It could be very bad, and it was very bad. Summit is where NU Genesis is going to be bringing the ladies into this time. And we can see from the ban on firing range that they took there, they clearly do not want to give Team Eve the advantage. They know that Team Eve is really good at the firing range. And, you know, this is just a spot they don't want to be brought into. And obviously, Team Eve will have the opportunity to bring it into map 3 unless NU Genesis goes in for the ban. Let's see if or not firing range is going to be an issue for NU Genesis. Crash as well as Crossfire crossed out. So it means that they are fine. And Raid, Team Eve just changing things up, bringing them into a slightly bigger map. It's going to be forcing those rotations to come through. And if you can just block off those choke points, Beef, then we might just... Yeah, so the greatest thing about the first hardpoint being such an open area is you can use that as your warm-up hardpoint, right? Both teams can go in, warm up. You're going to die anyway. You know, holding on to that hardpoint is going to be difficult AF. It's Flacco's opening things up with the thermite, just making sure the white warehouse is all for them. Beautiful defense in there, and they will swoop on over to the barracks hut as well. NU Genesis starting things off really strong. And we've talked about how the white warehouse is a point of contention early on for first hardpoint because of that prime location. And look at the way NU Genesis just sweeps that and then takes control of the barracks hut, because it's just common sense, right? You have to move through barracks hut to get to that white warehouse. This is a choke point perfection from NU Genesis.
Exactly, and they went in that rotation so well, so fast, really having that defense on. And right now it's 23-2, and they were actually able to spawn off the girls of Team Eve at the very back of the map, and that was very amazing because they weren't able to actually win those gunfights, especially with Jella on the tower.
All right, now let's take a quick look and see what can Jella pull off. Yeah, beautiful. As I say that, she drops right down like a falcon and pushes those talents into her opponents, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The Chopper doing the dirty, but unfortunately, Simp is there to save the day. But the damage by NU Genesis has been perfect so far. They open up the game with so much of confidence, and they have taken this map tactically. And Team Eve just do not know what has hit them. Opportunity at this second hard point. Can they pull it back?
The problem that I'm seeing here with Team Eve, that even though that they're winning sort of their gunfights, it's the problem that they're funneling in one by one, all in one place, and now already they're being taken out just so fast because they're going in there one by one, all in a line for NU Genesis to really take out. And right now, Hardpoint is going to be going with NU Genesis again.
Oh, what a wonderful takeover. I love how Simp just did not push all the way through into the hard point, wait for that backup first, and doing that has gotten them some crucial points in here. They cannot make those mistakes against NU Genesis, and Team Eve respecting their opponents in here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. 21 to 67. NU Genesis clearly the better side at the moment. Flacco just tries to get that damage, but unfortunately Angel shuts her down. Ella just flying through her opponents as well for the side of NU. Are we gonna be able to see Team Eve recover in here, as even the third hard point right now seems to get dominated by the side of NU Genesis?
But the good thing with here, AJ, is that the spawns are in Team Eve's favor. You can see they're spawning out so well here in Bathroom, and they have that really amazing vantage point to actually go in there. The problem with this one is that they don't have any Slayers going inside. They keep going inside of this trailer, this P3, and they don't have any Slayers to keep away all of the enemies from going inside. Now, I know it's very important to have this OBJ, but it's also important to have your Slayers and also your Rushers outside really killing off the enemies.
Oh, you are absolutely right. Unfortunately, based on those gun skills, Team Eve they are just not confident enough to take this fight yet, right? And we can see so many a times they're pulling away from these battles. NU Genesis clearly have the upper hand when it comes to the pressure they are able to put on with the skills on the gun. Can Team Eve probably pull a better match off of them? Not in a match like this, not this match type. Maybe in Search and Destroy with a couple of easy strats. This is Team Eve as they take on that shut out of Barracks Hut, and straight up Flacco flanks them right through to pick that hard point back.
Man, I really hoped that Team Eve had that hard point because they were there. The rotation was beautiful. They were there early enough. They weren't able to defend because, yet again, they weren't really looking at much of their corners. So this is the one thing that I've been really seeing from Team Eve is that they don't check the corners. They don't really check the entrances, that they know that the people can actually go inside. And even though they had that early rotation, forgetting about all of those points that they need to really defend was costly, as we see here. NU Genesis gets the take again.
Ooh, but they are fighting. Can they move past the 50-point mark? NU Genesis with the slay and the dominance in this first game, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. They don't look like they want to even drop a couple of points. The amount of immense pressure being placed by them. Look at Jella consistently up there on that scout tower, getting that damage done. Nobody can take her out. And with the chopper in her hand, this lady's unstoppable. We've got an XS1 Goliath way too early being popped out and just not doing any, not functioning in this match at all. And that's going to be a huge downfall for Team E.
But then here we go, the fight is on right now from Team Eve. The cluster strikes are going down and raining, but then another XS1 Goliath is coming here, AJ. Now this is a perfect moment for them to have that retake. Lyric really needs to step in here.
It's game over, Beef. There's no way in hell they're gonna be able to save this one. It was unfortunately a very, very poorly played out match.
Let's take a look at the game and what happened so far. And over here we can see Cherry from her team, Team Eve, is having 19 kills.
That far back in terms of the number of kills. So they were able to go in there and, get the slay on the members of NU Genesis as well. So if they can pull off slightly better tactics, they will be able to pull one match back. Because I do not expect at the level where Team Eve right now is to take domination as we go into match number 3. This is their opportunity. Angel, as she shuts Bien out, it is a 4-on-2 situation. Flacco with the opportunity, a 2-on-1 with Simp, with getting all of those guys out there, simping on her, leaving just Ella from NU Genesis all alone in this game. Lonely. She is so
Ella's so lonely. She's got nobody to save her from the bomb that's ticking. Right now, there's 38 seconds on the clock. And that was such a brilliant push from Team Eve because they all rushed into B and they didn't even find it. They didn't even see it coming.
All right, so easy for Sim to close down. And Team Eve will have round number 1. And this is the exact thing that I'm talking about here. Their opportunity to pull one win back. And you know what, Eve? If they actually manage to do this in a spectacular fashion, they might just break NU Genesis. Because, it's really going to take a toll on a pro team who's stepping in here to have a bunch of girls who put themselves together randomly take you down in an opportunity at a tournament as big as this.
Exactly. And right now, the push has been a little bit slower, not as aggressive as what we saw in that first round, which was amazing. Because if they did that aggression, I feel like NU Genesis might have been able to read that. But then right now, it's going to be a delay. All 5 girls in the squad are still alive, and I think they're going to have to go for that B plant right now. No fakes going here. Spots 1, AJ, let's go.
Oh, Jella and Jewel, Sim and Angel deleted, and Jerry will try to even back the odds, but unfortunately Chewy gets chewed out. It's Jerry as well as Lyric. Can they sing that song and make the players of NU Genesis lonely again? No, they turn things around. They shut Lyric out of the game. No more time for songs. Let's take that Jerry and throw it into the trash can as well, because it's moldy already. It's the time for NU Genesis to rise up. Jerry, going in there with that engagement, but it's gonna be a bad idea. 4 on 1. How is she gonna turn this around, Beef?
Well, she just needs to put that cherry on top and hopefully really pick up another gun apart from that pistol. She is going to be getting shots, and she really needs to get that rotation off. It's possible to get a 1v4 situation, maybe, if everyone was lined up for her, but there's only 20 seconds on the clock, AJ.
They are actually technically lining up for her. No, she's been spotted out by Jella. As they take one round back, NU Genesis will not be having any of this nonsense. They are here to dominate.
Yes, sir. And NU Genesis with the beautiful response. And right now, it's really up to Team Eve to come up with another strategy and not be readable. Because right now, they have been read and they really need to have another push. Maybe here at A-Long. Because right now, you can see all of the members of NU Genesis are just positioned well enough to defend Bravo. And knowing that information, they need to make that rotation going into A to get into position.
Let's see exactly how Team Eve takes this one. I mean, those words all rhymed. I don't know if you planned it, but it just sounded
I planned
funny.
it. I planned it. I did. Thank you for catching that.
We'll just tell that. We'll tell that to the audience. Okay, you planned it. You flowed well. Let's see if Lyric manages to string along a couple of chords in here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and mesmerizes with her sniping skills. Is Whoopi gonna have a run for his money as all of these ladies take his title and throw it into the trash can? Let's see exactly what happens. It's a very slow pace movement coming in here, but Flacco shuts him out of the equation. Angel right now, they have got the opportunity. The problem is when you bring it into Summit, it's a little difficult to go in there for those quick plants as Jewel shuts Lyric out of this game as well. And looks like those songs will not be coming through. Jewel! Chewy with a 2-piece. What? All of a sudden they turn things around, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, with Flacco all alone. And you, Genesis, do not know what just happened. Opportunity for Flacco. Shuts Chewy out. But Sherry, right on top of that cake as Team Eve pulls back 1 point.
They really let their guard down, and that point really went to Team Eve. What a valiant effort. Beautiful, beautiful rotation. They stuck together as a team. They could have been picked off one by one, but no, this is how important it is to actually stick together, and really, especially if you are at a disadvantage when it comes to numbers. And that really, really paid off as Chewy really had that beautiful 2-piece. AJ, this is going to be a beautiful matchup, and I think it's going to be really close.
Oh, close. I don't want it to be close. I want Team Eve to go in there and ravage. And you, Genesis, because this is your time to shine, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And so far, Team Eve has shown us that they have got what it takes. 2 rounds now. They have taken it against a pro team, stepping in here, representing the Philippines, and they have been able to take those points as Angel opens things up against Jella. This is round round number 4 with 1 minute 10 seconds left on the clock. Team Eve needs to go in there for the plan as Simp's life is lost to Flacco's KRM. Chewy chewed out as well. All of a sudden, NU Genesis looking like they are not gonna be taking an L this round, B.
Yep, exactly. And the bomb is down. We have a 4v3 situation in favor of NU Genesis, and it's going to be important for them to stick together and not be singled out, as right now it might happen that being singled out. See, here we go, AJ. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, boy! Yeah, that's the kind of aggression we want to see from Team Eve. But Jewel shuts Lyric out. It's going to be Angel all alone. Can this DRH protect her? She goes in for the jump, gets the kill. BN bye-bye, but Diffusal coming through. And then you, Genesis, will take it. But very, very impressive, Team Eve. Very, very impressive.
Now that was a beautiful play from both teams, and I didn't really know who was actually going to win that. Angel should have had that high ground, should have went to 2F and really go up those boxes to really have that vantage point, but sadly, I think it was like Jitters really trying to see if she can actually get that clutch, but unfortunately that didn't really happen. And one of the things that I actually noticed here is that some girls from Team Eve have their sights a little bit low, like their crosshair. I think that's the reason why they kind of lose gunfights in the beginning, is their crosshair alignment is a little bit too low.
Let's see if those crosshairs can be fixed as Team Eve goes in for their final opportunity with an advantage in here. Ella with those perfect crosshair placement, but not able to take advantage. A little too slow with the reactions, but it's all right. They will be able to do better. BN just closing down. Oh! She couldn't even hear those footsteps, unfortunately. And this KRM will do more damage, but misses that and gets taken out by Angel. The movement is a little too good. Chewy right now with the opportunity, and they're going in here for a hunt, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And you, Genesis, are on the slightly better side at the moment as Sim just takes it down. Close range quarter combat with that headshot. And Sim with all the guys in the world going in, simping on her. Unfortunately, she loses her life to Joel, who goes in with the second one on Lyric as well. Can they make a comeback in here with a 2-on-2 now, Beef?
Beautiful, beautiful drop shot there by Jewel. Amazing movement, which is very impressive at that kind of level. And right now, it is a 2v2 situation, and the plan will be going down here at A, but then she just gets spotted.
Oh, unfortunately, Ella, 2-on-1. And you, Genesis, very, very, very poor play from Team Eve. Exciting at the start. I kind of lost my interest at the end there.
Yeah, they weren't able to pull through with all of that, but you know, they're so talented. They can definitely make a play, and I think right now they need to make a solid rotation heading over to that A bomb site, because they already know, NU Genesis knows that they favor Bravo heavily, and they really need to make that play off of Alpha and really have that distraction gameplay, because right now all of the members they're all going to be in 2F.
Amar, Sim sudah jatuh lah. Okay, let's see if or not she will be able to pick this up for the team, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Ella, the Cinderella, who has been so impressive with the snipes yesterday. Unfortunately, NU Genesis just couldn't step up to a victory. Let's see if they will do this today. Chewy gets chewed out by Della. Not the first time in here today that Man of War doing that damage. BN with a quick pop of smoke might be able to take this advantage with the KRM. Needs to flank Frank on to the left, but unfortunately doesn't check her corners. Smoke, she didn't even smoke the corner, so why she never checked the corner? Lyric taken down, and it's a 2-on-2 beef.
Yep, I think Jella really overpushed, and Obien really overpushed that one all by herself. She should not have done that. She really just had to really play it cool, and it is going to be a 1v1 situation.
Ooh. Okay, Angel taken down, and this is Ella, yo, the best sniper in here that I've seen so far at the Valkyrie series. Let's see if or not she can take on Simp, who wants to snipe her out as well. Opportunity for Simp right now if Ella stands up and she does not make that mistake. Perfect movement coming in here from both sides as they try to scout each other out. Ella needs to go in for the plan, and she's got about 27 seconds to get that done. Simp, all she needs to do is put the pressure coming through. Ella putting down all of the trophy systems, preparing for this opportunity. But Simp has all of the guys all across Call of Duty Mobile are salivating right now, just asking if or not they can have the opportunity to be a fan of this lady.
Absolutely amazing push there by Simp. Amazing timing, and Ella had more time to actually play and not defuse, not really plant that bomb. She should have probably had that fake plant over there, but she wasn't able to do it. She had 15 seconds to plant that. She had 10 seconds to have a play, but then instead she had that really, I don't know, she should have planted the bomb, and right now they are at an even score.
Should have taken a snowball and thrown it at her face. Maybe that would have worked, ladies, German boys and girls. Jella! Open it up against Angel, but Simp once again shutting down Ella. Chewie, don't get chewed out, but no, she gets chewed out yet again. This time it is Bien. Oh yo. No wonder her name is Chewie, ladies and German boys and girls. But it's going to be Simp that takes Jella out with a headshot. Simp with an opportunity once again, but this time Bien shuts it down, and it's the QQ9 that gets that damage done. Cherry, the one and only final opportunity for Team Eve to pull 1 point back. It all rests on her shoulders. Not going to be the first time that she has been tasked with something as difficult as this, and then she might just pull it off. Bien, but it's a 2-on-1. She takes one down, but Flacco! KRM too strong, bro.
Flacco with the flick with the KRM. Now we already know that's going to be the meta for this season, and we already know how strong she is with that. I actually, for a second there, I thought she was gonna have that clutch, that 2v1 clutch, but sadly she wasn't able to do so. And it was a very valiant effort for NU Genesis to really stick together. Those final two ladies, really smart plays here.
Woo! Yeah. Hey, what is... Hey, Sim, what nonsense, man?
Targets in sight.
What was that? She missed all of those shots. Those were easy shots, and she should have just went away. Now, this is what's important if you're a sniper. To get those shots on, and if you don't take them, you slide away in your safety.
And then you pull out the MW11 and punish that player. Lyric singing some songs while shooting and doesn't get her aim right. SBN shuts it down with the QQ9. One more for her. And the cherry on top of the cake, not gonna be there. As Jewel shuts down Angel. And it's now 5 for NU Genesis, making that match point. Are we gonna be able to see them pull this away? Because the advantage is with them. They've got the bomb. They get to call the shots.
Yes, exactly. They really get to call the shots and the rhythm of the game. It's really up for Team Eve to make the play, but it's not going to be very easy for them today. It's not going to be easy for them because, look, they're going to be scrambling. They have that pressure, but you know the hardest thing to do in Search and Destroy is to actually close down the game.
Okay, Ella with the opportunity here. Oh, misses that. No more song for them to sing. And therefore, Team Eve will lose.
Well, I think there's still a bit of, that can still happen. You can see a 4v3 situation right now. It's a 2v4 situation, not really quite favorable.
Oh, but they lost the song. Unfortunate. I told you that you cannot. Team Eve. They
Especially with having all of these points. But speaking of points, let's go to that post-game breakdown and what is going to happen with all of these points that we have here. It's going to be NU Genesis Jewel having 11 kills.
Or, when they became just RSG. And, if they had given up, if they had not persevered in the pro scene, we would have not seen them become the champions of MYSG, right? And it's times like that where, it really puts you to the test. When you come into a big tournament like this, you tank a couple of L's. It can really break you, can it?
Exactly. It's all about perspective over here. And right now we see a very early cap on A and C. And like what you said, it's very important to know that if you lose, you're not just losing, okay? You really need to have that perspective. You are learning. Every game that you play, every loss will be closer to a win. But right now, look at Bravo, AJ. It's slowly getting objectified.
tower, and it is gonna be NU Genesis with so much of pressure being placed on Team Eve here for that Bravo as well as Charlie spot, and it's gonna be so very difficult for them to go in for these retakes as well, because look at the way NU Genesis is just spread out all through that Bravo location now, and they are aiming for that alpha pickup as well, and it's being done by just one player, Bien, as she goes through Flacco with that backup as well. Oh, absolutely annihilating them at that alpha site for a full-on lockdown.
Wow, this triple cap is so beautiful, and Bian is just there for that. But then, a lot of these members actually know their positioning. This is the beauty of it. Now, we're going to be seeing A being captured, but again, it's the positioning of the NU Genesis members. They know where to position themselves, and they know when to actually spawn out. Now, that's the Anchor's job. They're spawning out all of the members of Team Eve, especially here. This is the most essential spot you can have. Laundry is going to be a spot where you will actually spawn out the members who are spawning over there at Alpha and put them at the very back of the map.
Now look at the way they are just putting a chokehold on this. They know that they have lost Alpha already, and they are okay with that. Getting a triple cap is a bonus, but what you want to make sure is you hold on to 2 points for a majority of the game. And they have got their layout perfected in here. They've covered the gym. Gallery they've got covered as well. They've got one player at Square Center, one player waiting at that laundry room, and right now they are pressuring all the way up down there towards the swim pool and the kitchen as well. They are not allowing the players of Team Eve to breach their area, and this is just perfection coming in from NU Genesis at rate.
Yep, exactly. They're doing such a good job at anchoring those power positions that we've been talking about. These girls, they know the spots that they should be in to really spawn out their opponents to the other end of the map. It's a basic science. You already know that. You want to study all of these positions, so you will really have that edge off of your opponent. And right now, absolutely dominating fashion. NU Genesis doing such a good job.
Oh, BN moving through QQ9 and super duper fast pulls out the FHA. Unfortunately, is not going to be much in here for them to shout about. 75-39. Very easy. NU Genesis makes this look. Just shutting down those players from Team Eve.
Capture the objective.
Exactly, and right now Team Eve needs to go for that distraction gameplay. But what I mean with that is going to be they're having Charlie right now. They need to go for Alpha. Yeah, they need to go for Alpha to get that distraction going on, because everyone's going to try to go for Bravo right now, AJ. So once they have one member or two go over from Alpha, that's when they actually go for Bravo, because it's going to split the team of NU Genesis.
Ooh, let's see if or not they will do exactly that, as NU Genesis attempting for that Bravo pickup right now, as Jella just sits really, really comfortably in this house. Now there's no way in hell they are gonna let this go away from them, right? And that Bravo pickup is gonna be put on hold whilst they just change their attention over to Charlie. The prevention will come through for Team Eve, and Simp is there together with Cherry. Now they need to be a little bit more careful, because Chewy just got chewed out by Beard.
Yep, exactly. And right now, she actually loses that gunfight, surprisingly, and I think we're going to be seeing a triple lockdown possibly again and again, as they are going to be spawned in basketball court, which is going to spell really difficult as the cluster strike goes down, AJ. It's going to be a spawn trap.
Yeah, as you say that, it is Team Eve with the 2 points now. Alpha as well as Charlie. They have the garage. They have the garden as well. Only the Square Center belongs to NU Genesis, but they will switch it around as they pick garden right back up. There's just one player in that kitchen, and even she gets shut down. This is NU Genesis perfection at rate, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And unfortunately, Team Eve, no matter what they try, they just can't seem to do much about it.
Exactly. When Alpha was taken from them, when they had those 2 points and they knew that NU Genesis was slowly trying to take Alpha, they should have went to Bravo. They should have went that quick rotation, maybe 4 or 3 members heading over there to Bravo and really take out Jewel and Laundry. Now, that would have been a really important play.
Sim now pushing in against an XS1 Goliath. BN in that XS1 shuts her out very easy. Very nice. NU Genesis approaching that 150 point, and they're not going in for the triple cap just yet. They've got a lot of respect from Team Eve, and it's not the kind of respect where you give because, oh, you know, let's not bully our opponents. It's the kind of respect that says, okay, if we push our luck, Team Eve might just cap us out, so let's stay away from their Charlie point. And right now, this is Team Eve with their own XS1 Goliath making an entrance. Are they gonna be able to grab this Bravo point? Chewy, make sure you don't get chewed out, and it's gonna be Cherry getting taken down. BN's gotta go in for that recharge, and she will manage to go in for the takedown as well. Flacco with that backstab on Angel, which means Bravo does not fall to Team Eve. And with just 10 more points to pick up, NU Genesis have managed to serve a donut up to Team Eve in here today.
Wow, what an amazing closer here by NU Genesis, and Team Eve just didn't have enough of that firepower to actually go through, and we see here another VTOL goes up in the sky, and I think this is going to be a done game here, AJ. We see NU Genesis going for that win, 149, 150. It's a complete domination here, and I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing today. So interesting to see how these girls actually played here, and we can see from the points itself. Now, there was a little bit of like, they had better kills, but at the same time, their rotation was actually really good. Team Eve had really nice rotation, especially at that second half. We can see Team Eve will be such a team to be reckoned with.
Yep, and it is 150 to 50. No, this is not the right result. What is going on here? Let's just go back to our faces, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.